Good morning, guys. It is Thursday morning, and it's supposed to be a pretty day today. So, go outside and take a look at your house and see if you think it's one of the man-made giants. Compare the house to you. Now, I got a couple of pictures here. This one, I believe, is. It doesn't say the title of it is fog because you can see the fog in the background. But I think it's the Golden Gate Bridge, and it's in California. And here's some of the skyscrapers we was talking about. You see all the windows that we talked about? All these windows. Skyscrapers have many windows. There's a big statue. And the Statue of Liberty is a man-made giant. Look at all these little bricks. So, would you necessarily have to have big things to build big things with, or could you um, take a bunch of small things and make big things with it? That's something to think about. If you have different sized Legos or blocks at home, then you can use your little blocks and build a big block and compare it to the big block. And there's a picture of a boat. I know one of the famous boats that we talk about is Noah's Ark, and it's supposed to be one of the man-made giants. Let's go back to that ceiling. Look at how tall that ceiling is. They put a lot of work into that. That's called the Trinity ceiling. And you see all this artwork all the way around it. It's really, really tall. And these look like concrete slabs and windows, and concrete slabs and windows. I think they made a pattern out of that. There's some more buildings. There's the windows, and there's like concrete slabs. So, where would you see something like that at? Maybe in the big city? Look at that. That's pretty, isn't it? We don't have anything like that here, but we do close by. If anybody goes to Lexington and sees the Christmas lights or drives by this year, it'd be real pretty. There's a really tall building. Can't even see the top of it because it goes up into the clouds, I believe. Maybe fog. And there's a really old man-made giant, and it's called Stonehenge. And they think that a really, 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 really long time ago, that people used that people had to work together, like teamwork, to put those together because those are really big rocks. I would stand about that tall. Let me go back to it. I would stand about that tall to these rocks. So it would take a lot of people to pick up one of these big rocks because they'd be very heavy. That's a really tall building, and up there you can see the clouds. It's like they're touching the clouds. Look at this big boat. I was looking for to see if I could see any people on that boat. How tiny a little person would be in that little boat. That's my coffee pot kicking off. And there's the cathedral. It's the Florence Cathedral, it says. There's some more of those skyscrapers we was talking about, made of lots and lots and lots of glass, and these looks like they're made with steel beams instead of concrete slabs. Look at that, that's pretty. Those would be really, really tall. And there's a building, and I think that's in India. I'm not really certain. It doesn't say where it's from. It says Kemsar Fort. That almost looks like a road. Do you think about roads being a man-made giant? That's a different way to think about it, because you think people had to build these roads and they could stretch all across the country and back several times. There's a big stairwell. Look at the ceiling on this. It's all glass. And that one is a Notre Dame. That's really, really pretty with those really tall ceilings. And you see, this is where people sit. So if you imagine this is where people sit, how tall that would really be. That's really, really tall. All right, guys, I'll come back with you. We'll talk about what today is and try to get us a morning message. See you soon.